The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of ECTV News, the City of East Chicago, nor this broadcast station or website. ECTV airs public meetings as a service to the community it serves. Speakers at public meetings, broadcast, or posted by ECTV News are solely responsible for their comments. ECTV News reserves the right to edit or remove any profanity or abusive language or behavior deemed inappropriate for our viewing audience. If you have any comments or suggestions about this program, contact ECTV News at 219-391-8206.
Okay, good afternoon. I'd like to call to order a special meeting of the Board of Public Works for June 8, 2017 at noon. Roll call.
Dal Gomez.
Present.
William Allen.
Present.
Emiliano Perez.
Present.
Okay, as this is a special meeting, we have no minutes or correspondence. We'll move on to our new business. First is Tyler Technology Software Service Agreement from IT Department.
Yes, good afternoon. Kevin Klosek, System Administrator, City of East Chicago. What you have before you for your review is the annual maintenance agreement for our Tyler Munis Financial Software. This is a 3-year agreement. This agreement differs from the ones in the past because they will be hosting our database where we used to host that previously. Going away are the costs that we used to incur for their services for database administration as well as the disaster recovery. Those will no longer be needed because the data will be housed at their site. The annual amount of the software agreement is $155,457. As I mentioned, it is a 3-year agreement, so the spreadsheet that they provided, it shows a total for the 3-year amount. However, it is invoiced in increments of 1 year. The difference in cost for them to host the database, versus what we were paying, there is an increase of approximately $12,000. Typically, when somebody hosts your data, you can average about double what your cost was when you had it. So it's kind of an offset as to what we were paying them for their support for the database versus them hosting it. So if there are any questions, feel free.
3-year agreement at $155,457 per year.
That's correct.
And just for record, this is commonly known as our Munis system, right?
This is the Munis system, yes. If you look at the sheet that was included, it breaks down the actual support amount for each module,
Right.
if you will, that we're utilizing.
And if we were to add any additional modules, it'd be additional price, or if we take away from
Yes.
it, it would reduce it.
Yes, if we, I tried to look through this as best as possible to make sure that we're not paying for something that we don't use in the product. And I believe we removed everything that is not currently used. If we were to add something to it, it would be, the amount would be prorated from that period till the end of that given year. And the same thing if we decide to not utilize a function anymore, they would prorate that credit amount as well for the remainder of that year.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments? Are there any questions or, is this working? Any questions or comments?
None.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the software service agreement with Tyler Technologies in the amount of $155,457 per year for 3-year service agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Dal Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kevin. Okay, next on our agenda, we have the event planning budget for 2017.
Keith, if you don't mind,
Ryan, can you help me turn this podium around how it's supposed to be? Absolutely. Probably like Mr. Sanders on this week. Thank you, sir.
That come out?
Yeah, I think it's.
No, the mic.
No,
There you
it's
go.
still there. Hello, I'm Natalie Adams. I'm the general manager for the East Chicago Marina and Lakefront Board. I come before you with the event planning budget for 2017. What we attempted to do is put all the special events on here for the year. Those monies had already been granted by Mr. Bennett and put into the special events account, but we wanted to get the budgets approved by you for the year. This covers most of them. I think there's one other one that's not on here because it's not completely planned yet. So it's still in the questionable phase. That's going to be one at Koski Park for Polish Day. And that's not until, I believe, August or September. Are there any questions to the, I'm sorry, and also I gave you a different budget this morning because we had forgot to change the title of one. The one you're looking at, the second page should start with Military Beach Day. That is the correct one, but it did not change the total. The amounts were correct, just the name.
Okay, so this present one, this one has 9 events, totals 295,600,
Correct.
but there's a possibility to add other ones.
Just one more that I can think of, and that's the Polish Day for Koski Park, which shouldn't cost us much. That's being sponsored by quite a few individuals if it moves forward.
Okay, and just for the record, that there has been a special account established for special events already. So the funding is in place, and the funding is actually higher than this amount, so
Correct.
just for the record. Any questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, like to entertain a motion that we approve the event planning budget for 2017 from our special events coordinator.
So moved. Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
I noticed next on your agenda is for Davis security rates, and Val Elsie had called and asked if they could submit something a little more formal with a signature line for you guys, so I do have that.
Well, we have it too.
Oh, okay, so he did email it to
Yeah,
you as well.
we contacted him,
Okay,
and
he emailed it to her and I. Okay,
yeah,
no problem.
just for record, next on our agenda is Davis security rates. This is from the Controller's Office. The reason we have it on here, we needed their rates for this year, for 2017. We have them under some of their proposals for an event. Matter of fact, they did one event for us. It's a technicality. We did not contact them to get their rate for this year, their service rate. And I informed them if we received it by this meeting, we would add it on the agenda, and we needed to process their invoices. So just for the record, from Dale Security, the following is their rate schedule for special event security for DDS security provided for Chicago, Indiana for year 2017. For armed police officers, rate is $35. For regular security officers, the rate is $15. And once again, this is their rate schedule for the year 2017. Do you have any questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I'd entertain a motion to approve the rate security for 2017 from DDS Security.
So moved. Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next on our agenda, we have Resolution 2017-38 from Extra Play Incorporated, Playground Equipment. This is from Planning. Resolution 2017-38, a resolution, East Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing a public purchase of playground equipment using special purchasing method authorized by IC 522-10. Whereas the Board of Public Works has determined the need of new playground equipment in certain parks within the city, and whereas IC 522-10 authorizes the Board of Public Works acting as the city's purchasing agency to make certain purchases without soliciting bids or proposals. And whereas the only source that meets the city's reasonable requirements to produce matching playground equipment is who has submitted a quote.
Sorry, you have to speak up.
Oh. And whereas the only source that meets the city's reasonable requirements to produce matching playground equipment is who has submitted a quote for new equipment for city parks, whereas the proposal for playground equipment received from Extra Play Incorporated, a copy of which is attached, complies with the foregoing criteria for such a purchase. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works of the City of East Chicago that as represented by Extra Play Incorporated, the prices contained in the attached proposal from Extra Play Incorporated for each piece of playground equipment listed are equal to or less than the prices stipulated in the current federal supply service schedules established by the Federal General Services Administration. It is further resolved that it is advantageous to the city's interest and efficiency and economy to purchase equipment identified in such proposal without soliciting bids or other proposals. Further resolved, the Board President is hereby authorized to accept the attached proposals on terms stated and perform all other actions necessary to accomplish the purchase and sales of such equipment for an amount not exceeding $445,570. Mr. Marino?
Yes, my name is Marino Solorio for the City Planning and Economic Development Department. I'm the director. I am handling this project, and this is pretty much, we're running to the last phases of the park improvement project that we started back in 2013. This will be getting us one step closer to finalizing that project. We should be finalizing that next year. These park equipment specifically are going to go at the marina. There is one that's going to go at Smith Park, MLK Park, and
Jackson Memorial?
Jackson Memorial Park, correct.
Okay.
And these are the smaller parks in the city that were, pushed back, and they've reached their time to kind of get them fixed now.
Does this match the equipment we've been buying? This
Yes.
is basically the same company, that's the reason we're...
Correct. That's the reason why we're purchasing it the way we're purchasing it.
Okay, will this complete our purchasing of equipment?
There will be one last stage next year. That's why I mentioned the final phases next year.
Okay. And funding has been approved for this.
Correct.
Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2017-38, a resolution of the East Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the public purchase of playground equipment using the special purchasing method authorized by IC 5-22-10, that we accept a proposal from Extra Play Incorporated in the amount of $445,570.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay. Next on our agenda is Resolution 2017-39, a resolution of the East Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the public purchase of park shelters and pavilions using special purchasing method authorized by IC 5-22-10. Whereas the Board of Public Works has determined the need for new park shelters and pavilions to enhance the quality of life in certain parks within the city, and whereas IC 5-22-10 authorizes the Board of Works acting as the city's purchasing agency to make certain purchases without soliciting bids or proposals, and whereas IC 5-22-10-12 provides that a purchasing agency may make a special purchase when the market structure is based on a price, but the governing body is able to receive a dollar or percentage discount of the established price. And whereas IC 36-1-7-2 allows municipalities to participate in joint power agreements with political subdivisions of other states, and whereas the city of East Chicago has joined the National Joint Power Alliance Co-op, TCPN, which is a national governmental purchasing cooperative, able to leverage purchasing potential of government entities in all 50 states, thus allowing equal pricing for the smallest entity and largest buyer. TCPN competitively bids and awards contracts to national vendors in accordance with purchasing procedures mandated by state procurement laws and regulations. TCPN contracts are available for use and benefit public and private schools, colleges, universities, cities, counties, nonprofit, and all government entities. And whereas the only source that meets the city's reasonable requirements to produce matching playground equipment is who has submitted a quote for a new playground equipment for city parks, and whereas the proposals for park shelters and pavilions received from Polygon
which is also known as Porter Court.
or Porter Corporation, copy of which is attached hereto complies with the foregoing criteria for special purchase. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Public Works of the City of Chicago that is represented by Polygon Porter Corporation and by the city's consultant Marino Serrano. Solario. The prices contained in the attached proposal from Polygon Porter Corporation for each park shelter and pavilion listed represent a significant dollar or percentage discount of the established market structure price. So it's further resolved that it is advantageous to the city's interest and efficiency and economy to purchase equipment identified in such a proposal without soliciting bids or other proposals. It is further resolved that the board president be hereby authorized to accept the attached proposal under terms stated and perform all other action necessary to accomplish the purchase and sales of such equipment in the amount of not to exceed $196.51.
And this is pretty much the same, Marino Solorio again, our park improvement project. These are the same shelters that we've been ordering all throughout the park system. And it is also one of the pavilions that we're going to be putting at the lakefront.
Okay, so it does match all the other ones we have then.
Correct,
And this is the same company
correct,
just for record, same company that we bought all the other ones from.
correct.
Any other questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2017-39, a resolution of the Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the public purchase of park shelters and pavilions using special purchasing methods authorized by IC 5-22-10 with Polygon, or otherwise known as Porter Corporation, in the amount of $248,196.51.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay, next we move on to Aquafly. This is for Fusic Fest. This is also from the Planning Department.
Correct, I am a part of the committee for events, and this portion I'm in charge of, which is to bring this type of, it's a water show, for lack of a better term. It's going to be a day and a water and a night show. And the total between travel, jet ski rentals, and the actual event portion of it is going to be a total of $21,650, of which $13,500 is their service and $8,150 is for the travel expenses and the ski rentals that are needed for the propulsion of the people in their jet contraption thing. So that they come in and out of the water, do somersaults, rotate. It's a really good, we think, addition to the event for Fusic Fest. And it will be held on Saturday, August the 5th.
So their base package is at $13,500?
That's to actually put on the show, and then we would have to rent ski jets, but they're actually bringing their ski jets from where they're coming from. So with travel expenses, the ski jets, that's an additional 8,150 people, and it's 6 of them that will be traveling. And that includes hotel accommodations, the travel, the ski jet rentals, etc. So the total is $21,650, and it's outlined on that proposal.
Okay. I see it, there's a line here that says a deposit of 50% of the base show project is,
We've already talked about
They
that.
understand that
They understand
we're
they
not
cannot
allowed?
receive 50%. So they're willing to work on a PO.
okay. Any questions or comments?
Is this just a show, or are residents going to be allowed to partake in this?
Well, the residents can't get on the jetpacks, but
Okay.
it is a show for any that come to the Fusic Festival on the 4th, 5th, and 6th. The
Okay.
5th being the day of this actual showing.
Okay. Just curious.
Any questions or comments? There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the proposal from Aquafly for the City of Chicago's Music Fest, which will be on August 4th through 5th, in the amount of $21,650.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have from Electronics for Block Stadium. I believe we are going to table this one.
Yes, Keith Selvey, Planning
I'm
Department.
sorry, I didn't understand.
Keith Selvey, S-E-L-V-I-E, Planning Department. I'm the Special Projects Coordinator. And yes, Val, I would like to table this into our next board meeting on June 14th.
Okay, you'll have enough time
Yes.
to have everything ready for that one? Okay, so for the record, we will table the electronics for the EJ Block scoreboard. That'll be tabled till next meeting. Okay, we'll move on to R&D Construction Block Bleacher Removal Project.
Yes, Val, this particular project is to remove the wooden seats that are currently at the stadium in preparation to rehab the stadium. We need to remove those to get them get the actual steel sandblasted, primed, and painted. The cost for that particular service is going to be $6,500.
Okay. This will be completed this year.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the block bleacher removal project with R&D Construction in the amount of $6,500.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have the phone and internet for the press box at Block Stadium.
Yes, this particular item is a build-out that the reason why we're doing it now is they would like to actually build a service to the actual stadium. Currently, the stadium has phone service, but we're going to be demolishing that particular building, and we would like to have service out there with the internet and so forth. So this particular agreement will be for 2018. As well as it's a monthly cost of $149. So annually, $1,800.
Is the 149, it's not included in the 1,800 then?
No, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, everything's in there?
So $1,800 is the annual cost.
Okay.
And this will be a 2-year agreement with these folks. They will actually take care of all the build-out for us for free.
Okay. Any questions or comments? There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve from Comcast for phone and internet for the press box at Block Stadium in the amount of $1,800.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have the fence removal project, also for Block Stadium.
Yes, and this, again, is a continuation of trying to get the stadium prepped to actually rehab it. The service basically is going to be to remove the existing outfield fences as well as the backstop fencing. Total cost for this particular project is $4,800.
Okay. Any questions or comments on the fence removal project?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the fence removal project with R&D Construction for Block Stadium in the amount of $4,800.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have the block lighting relocation project. I believe we are also going to table this one to the next meeting.
Correct.
Okay, so for the record, the block lighting relocation project will be tabled for our next meeting. Okay, we'll move on to the irrigation system at EJ Block Stadium.
Correct. I'm recommending that Thomas Irrigation be awarded the actual contract to install the lawn sprinkler service out at EJ Block. Total cost for the project is $32,950.
Okay. Any questions or comments on,
Not,
no? Do we presently have a irrigation system there?
It is what we call a quick connect system that is dated.
Okay.
So they'll be, as they come across some of that particular system, they'll be removing that as well.
That was going to be my question. We are going to remove the old one. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the irrigation system at EJ Block Stadium with Thomas Irrigation in the amount of $32,950.
so moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, we had sports field service agreement with Block. For the record, this is also one we're going to table till next meeting. It's our understanding, right? This is another one we're going to table.
I have a question. This is a service agreement, continuation from the the board approved the actual maintenance agreement. So this is a service agreement, but I think that we should be able to move forward with this.
You're correct. Let
This is
me
services.
just make sure. Mr. Allegretti? On the service agreement with, for Block Stadium, the amount of $72,850, we can move forward with this one?
If it's a service agreement, I've not seen it. No one sent it to me. But I don't know what it says. We have to
But-
look at it.
It doesn't fall under Public Works restrictions, does it?
Purchase of, right. You don't need a competitive procurement process for purchase of personal services. If that's what that is,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. I have not seen it. I have not seen the document.
Would it be proper for us to make a motion to approve on condition that you review it?
Okay.
Okay, so we don't delay.
I
provide
think, if I may, the 72,000 reflects 37,200, which is the maintenance agreement, and then an additional 28,400 that is for new work. Is
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So it's not by itself a maintenance agreement.
Oh, I see.
It's a combination of the both.
Correct.
Oh, you
That's why I
could,
say we
yeah.
table and pick this back up after it's been, you can separate the service agreement portion.
Okay.
And we can approve the service agreement, but I think that the question became on the service. Or can we approve this one as two separate agreements?
Because we
Because
did,
one is for construction, the other is for the service agreement. He's just presenting them both as one total.
The statutory threshold for construction, meaning a public works project, is $25,000.
And he's at 28.4.
If that's what the estimate is, it's not appropriate to approve this at this time.
Okay.
okay, so we'll table this one for next meeting?
Okay.
Okay, we'll add it on to next meeting then.
I guess my question was, could we approve the service portion of the agreement?
I think you can.
I don't see why we would have to hold that up.
Okay.
That's the first part. He has it broken down. This is a service
That's a
agreement.
that's a 37,000 one?
Yes.
Correct.
Do I have that correct? That's the way I'm reading it.
That's correct.
Okay.
Because in this 37,000, they're not doing any new construction,
No, it's just rehabbing.
just rehabbing of the field.
Correct.
Okay, well, if there are no objections, then I entertain a motion that we approve the service agreement with Sports Field for the 90-foot infield renovation in the amount of $37,200.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, next on our agenda, we have the fence replacement project for Block.
Correct. I asked that this particular item be taken up at the next board meeting.
Okay, we will add this to our next regular meeting's agenda.
And the next two items as well.
One of them is for the gutter installation. You don't want to go with that one?
No, I would like to do that all at once.
Okay, so the next two items on our agenda, the gutter installation at Block and the roof replacement at Block, will be tabled till next meeting. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, which brings us
Thank you.
to Highland Glass from the Planning Department. We have a proposal for, this is for your office, right, I believe?
Correct, Marino Solorio again. This is for the basement office that we will be moving into, hopefully within 2 weeks approximately. So this is for the front portion of the office where people will be coming in and whether turning in applications and things like that. It's a glass wall that goes on that spot. So you do have a proposal in front of you. I don't have it actually with me at the moment, so I don't know what the exact amount is. But I think if you can read it, Val.
You
For the
have,
record.
it's for 2,850. My only question is there's a,
They're not doing that other item.
so the total,
Yeah.
so this invoice is actually incorrect? Are we going to get a new invoice reflecting just the 2,800?
It is going to just be the first line item, that total. That is the total. So that first line item that the 2,800, that is the total of the project.
Okay, we can approve it. Am I correct, Olga, that we're going to need the correct invoice with reflecting just that price?
Proposal,
Proposal with just the first line item.
Yeah.
I could get that updated for you. That's
Okay.
fine.
Any questions or comments?
None.
Okay, there be no further questions or comments, I entertain a proposal that we accept from Highland Glass Incorporated their proposal for the Plan Department basement glass in the amount of $2,850.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay, and if you can get that to Olga as soon as possible.
I will do that. Just want to point out, I'm not seeing an agenda item that I think, I'm not sure why it's not on here, but it's for Cypress Rain Garden.
It's on here.
Rain
On the
Garden
bottom.
RFP.
Oh, maybe it's not on here. Okay, I'm sorry. I got an
Yeah,
old agenda.
It's
My bad.
further down.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay, next on our agenda is the March and April compliance reports for WEG Reading Avenue Reconstruction Plan.
Rain Garden.
This is also from planning. And he said this for the WEG Reading Avenue Reconstruction Project. We have the original contract amount, which was for $1,587,445. Change orders have added $111,998.95. Adjusted contract amount is $1,699,428.95.
Correct. That is correct.
And your report reflects the grand total damages right now? For the record, can you please give your name?
I'm sorry. My name is Esperanza Ceja Ramirez, EEOC Compliance Administrator, Planning Department.
Okay. And for the record, can you give us the damages for March and April then? Where are we at?
All right, for the March, potential damages is $78,136.77. For our April report, I show $81,032.61.
Okay, and just for the record, these damages reflects the hiring of minority workers?
Yes,
Okay.
female and male,
Okay.
for the East Chicago residents.
Okay, and we do have April and March's report, right?
Yes, or I can make those available to you.
Okay. Any questions or comments on
None.
March and April compliance reports? No?
No.
Okay, there being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion that we approve the March and April compliance reports for the WEG Reading Avenue Reconstruction Project.
So moved.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have the Rain Garden RFP Award. Did you get that? Olga, do we have any paperwork on it?
No.
So this was an RFP, so request for proposal that we received yesterday. I opened them up, and today I want to come in with a recommendation. Now, what I did, I had a boilerplate agreement that still has not been reviewed. It came standard with the RFP process through the Lakes and Lake Michigan coastal programs. This is a grant that we've received. City pays half, and the coastal program pays half. It's a total of $145,830.
What's the city's share?
It's half, so it's about 74, I think, something like that. And so the way the RFP process works, we evaluate the request for proposals, which we only received one. The coastal program is aware that we only received one also. And again, the template contract comes from them that we have to honor in terms of the grant. I have no problem with sharing that with Mr. Allegretti. I apologize that I did not. And we maybe can make it contingent on that he reviews it and the agreement is okay. What I do have here is a bid sheet that I can pass to you once I maybe state it for the record, and then you can review it, or if you want to review it, state for the record the items on the bid sheet.
Is this time sensitive, or?
It is. The grant actually expires end of June, which is why this special meeting was actually requested.
Mr. Allegretti, should RFPs not be opened at the meeting?
RFPs are not open publicly, they're just received.
Okay.
Since there's only one, it's kind of academic, but the normal process is then one of the persons responding is the contract is negotiated. The proposal here has a dollar amount, but the determination is made and a recommendation to award the contract, which could happen 6 days from now, our next regular meeting, unless you want to do something about having it done today.
Yeah, the reason we needed to have it done today is we need to get everything in place so that we can meet our deadline for June 30th.
Well, I guess if Mr. Solorio is saying that the proposal is acceptable and that he's recommending that the award be made to the single responder, what's the name of the party?
Hitchcock Design Group and Lake Michigan Coastal Program has also reviewed the RFP, and they're in agreement.
What's the amount?
The total amount, I'd have to add this up, but it's $145,890.
That includes the grant, though, right? This is everything with the grant?
Both the grant.
Grant is 50%?
50%, correct.
$72,500.
And you've established you have the funding for the city's 50%
This was a
share?
grant, yes, this was a grant that was salvaged actually from 2 years ago. So the money was actually put in when we received the grant to begin with.
So it was re-encumbered
Correct.
to continue the project?
Okay.
Okay. So I can make a motion conditional on review by our city attorney?
Well, I want to mention the line item, maybe line item numbers, so you have that on the record.
Okay. If you want to do so now?
Yeah.
Can you read them into the record? Or?
I can, yes. So for design, there's 2 tasks that can be paid by this grant. The first one is design, which is a lump sum of $23,450. And then task 2 is the actual installation of the rain garden, which is a lump sum of $122,430. And that includes site work and plantings. And there is a breakdown of that in the proposal. Planting specifically is about $75,200, and site work is about $14,296. And then there's other subcategories like storm utility, drainage, and other project costs. Then there are task 3, which is rain garden post-installation maintenance. It's a 3-year, we just wanted to get a proposal for what that's going to cost to maintain that rain garden, which is $8,000 per year. And that's just take it under advisement. We're not actually looking to contract that out as of yet. and then a walking path with furnishings, which is like a bench and some mulch and a walking path that goes to the rain garden. The grant does not pay for that, so it's a separate item, and again, just take it under advisement for $4,750.
Okay, and this is all Hitchcock, with Hitchcock?
Hitchcock is doing the design work, and they've partnered up with Hubinger, which is a really good nursery/construction. They do these type of jobs, landscaping company.
Okay, but the RFP award, it's Hitchcock, basically.
Hitchcock will hold the contract, correct?
Okay, and just for the record, can you explain what the rain garden is, where?
Yes. So basically, there's a lot of money right now out for green infrastructure. Rain gardens are one of the type of infrastructures that are called green infrastructure, and the purpose of them is to prevent as much water to get into actual city municipal pipes, and actually mitigate that through these types of projects. And what it does is, like the plantings and the way that they slope everything, what it does is it lets the water be absorbed as much as it can with plants, and it also helps, the plants help infiltrate the water, so if it has, sediments and things like that, so by the time it reaches the actual system for the city, there's, number one, less water, and two, the water is not as dirty. So it kind of helps, again, the municipal cost for that treatment of that water. And of course, because it's less, it also provides a cost savings for the city.
And where is this, throughout the city?
This will be happening at Washington Park.
Is it Washington Park?
Yes, and there's already the storm or the catch basins are already at the site, so it's really just kind of regrading and adding new plantings, and then designing how the water will move.
Okay, any other questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the rain garden RFP award with Hitchcock Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
Next on our agenda is from Nice Engineering, request number 3 for additional funds for the marina utility design. It's from our engineering department.
My name is William Allen, for the record, Director of the Engineering Department. This supplement in the amount of $14,940 is from Nees Engineering to assist the city when it comes to the installation of the design behind the installation for the fuel lines at the marina. Extensive research, additional meetings, review of shop drawings are needed, and communication with Homeland Security. It is a recommendation from the engineering department to approve the supplement for design work for Nees.
Okay, the additional amount is $14,940?
Yes,
Okay.
bringing the grand total to $63,315.
Okay. Any additional questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve request number 3 for additional funding for engineering services for East Chicago Marina Utility Design from Nice Engineering.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have from Hassey Construction, change order number 7 for the WEG Reading Avenue reconstruction.
There was one last tie-in that needed to be done at 4810 WEG for the WEG and Reed and Reconstruction Project. The amount was $6,671 to carry out the connection, the tie-in for water and sewer services for the hookup for that house.
Okay. Any further questions on WEG Avenue reconstruction, change order number 7?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Hassey Construction, change order number 7 for WEG Reading Reconstruction in the amount of $6,671.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have from First Group, supplemental number 2 for the WEG Reading Avenue reconstruction.
Due to extra work being presented for this project, when it comes to the installations of the new water service lines for the 3 blocks for this project, 2 blocks on WEG, 1 block on Reading. First Group, the engineering firm that is behind the construction supervision, has requested additional funding to finish out the project in the amount of $35,700.87.
Okay, any further questions or comments on supplemental number 2?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve supplemental agreement number 2 from First Group for the WEG Reading Avenue reconstruction, amount of $35,700.87.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.
And then Val, I think we skipped over the opening of the letters of interest for the Indianapolis Boulevard project.
Yes, you're right, we did, I went right over that one. Okay, we have the LOI opening for Indianapolis Boulevard project from Engineering Department.
Yes, so what I'll do, I'll just state the name of the firm that submitted a letter of interest. There's no dollar amount. This is just basically credentials, information, previous project history for each firm. This is, customary for state-funded, federally funded, aided projects. What happens after I'll open them is that they'll be scored. The city will score them and then come back for the next regular Board of Works meeting for a recommendation of award. The first firm is Ciorba Group, CIORBA Group, 601 Franklin Street, Suite 201, Michigan City, Indiana. The second firm is Primera Engineering, located 9200 Calumet Avenue, Suite N301, Munster, Indiana. Third firm is DLZ, 900 Ridge Road, Suite L, Munster, Indiana. The next firm is Robinson Engineering, 233 East 84th Drive, Park Tower, Maryville, Indiana. Next firm is RQAW, 10401 North Meridian Street, Suite 401, Indianapolis, Indiana. And the last firm is First Group Engineering at 5925 Lakeside Boulevard, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay, so basically, we're just acknowledging receiving them?
Yes.
There's no motion necessary?
No.
Okay. So it's more informational that we received their LOU.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just a step that the state wishes that we go through, since funding will be coming from them. A little under $400,000 for PE.
Okay.
And then we also have money for construction.
And then next week, you'll give us information on a recommendation, or?
Yes.
Okay. So that's entered into the record then. Okay, that concludes our new business for the special meeting. Since this is a special meeting, we have no other business, no old business. Our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, June 14th at 4:30 p.m. As that concludes our business today, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Emiliano Perez.
Yes.